Byron always called me a pessimist, but I don't think it's pessimistic to recognize our flaws, or to think the natural world is just as valuable as we are. If I was pessimistic, I wouldn't believe that we can turn our back on the old ways, or that we can find happiness in humility. But I do. I have hope, even if Byron could never see it that way.
"1K, a word please, without the streaming. I'm sure you're aware that the situation in New Jerusalem is unsettled. Your discoveries challenged our beliefs in difficult ways. Luckily, people still have faith in the course I laid out. You contributed to that, in some ways. But I know you've also had your doubts about my choices. Look, let me speak plainly for a moment. You and I both know that I exaggerated. I built a myth around Athena that does not reflect what she believed. But you have to understand, it wasn't really about her. It was about what the city needed. It was about keeping us together, invested in a common narrative. And it was about preventing us from going the way of our ancestors. Because temptation is real, and our flaws are still the same. A myth, but a necessary one. I'm not a fanatic or a fool, 1K, although I sometimes play one. I'm just trying to do the right thing. I know I can't stop you from trying to save Byron, but what's in that pyramid could destroy everything I've tried to build. That's what you said to Pandora, isn't it? The truth is the only foundation a future can be built upon. Maybe you're right. I don't know. Anyway, I've done what I could. You do as you must. Good luck.
Let's go.
You're coming along this time?
Yep.
Well, what about protocol?
Screw protocol. It's Byron.
my sprite, and it will show you the way to your friend.
Do as he says. We went through a lot of trouble to get this guy out of his chains. Now it's his turn to help.
This way. You must free him. He cannot free himself.
What's happening? 1K? I'm out. Oh, my friend, the things that I saw, the power of this machine, the depth of her grief. Come on, follow me. I have to show you something. I thought all of this was deliberate. Athena testing us to see if we're worthy of her invention. I wanted to believe that she had a plan. In my own way, I mythologized her as much as everyone else. I never thought she might feel confused, lonely, uncertain. And what's the most human thing to do when you feel lost and sad and you have no idea what to do next? You take a nap. Here, listen.
If I give them the machine, if I convince them of its power, we could finally build the world Alexandra imagined. The world Miranda deserved. No, the world we all deserve, even the worst of us. We could take stewardship of this planet. We could explore the stars. We could give meaning to the universe.
If you embrace the knowledge of the flame, you can bring light into the darkness.
But what if they make the same mistakes again? What if selfishness and stupidity win out again? What if they take my machine and turn it into a weapon? What if they act like children and burn the planet?
The secrets of the flame are not for ordinary mortals to know. You cannot overcome your sinful nature.
Do you see what's happening? It's her. It's all her. Everything we're seeing is Athena. Her every hope, her every fear, all of her memories and contradictions brought to life by the machine. A dream-given form expressed in the language of her childhood. A world of puzzles and towers.
No, what can I do? How do I make this decision? There has to be an answer. There has to be a way of making sure it's the right choice. It can't just be a leap of faith.
There are no answers, creature of clay. Every question leads to another.
She's not waiting for us to prove ourselves before she helps us. She needs us to help her. We have to wake her up. Whoops. The system is still stabilizing. Maybe we'd better get out. Come on.
I cannot allow this.
Uh-oh.
You have suffered a grievous injury, my child. But do not lose faith. Your companions have not forgotten you. And it is through the bonds that you have forged that you will be saved.
Welcome back to the land of the living. For a while there, I thought we might have to reset you. We think you and Byron got hit by some kind of energy discharge. Knocked both of you out. Alcatraz, Melville, and Yakut went looking for you, but you were hard to find, and even harder to fix. It's been several weeks. He's fine, don't worry. Despite all the challenges he faced, Mayor Herman Nubis succeeded in keeping people on his side. Faith in the goal is stronger than it ever was. The question is, what do you plan to do now? And what about the theory of everything? If that's your choice, you should speak to Byron. He's waiting for you outside. We're all in this together, 1K. One way or another.
Hello, 1K. We've been through quite the journey, haven't we? But the story's not over yet. We do. She gave everything she had for this city. And I don't think any of us really understood it. Not even me. We all tried to turn her into a prophet when she was just a human being. Athena's dreams, a recursive loop of hopes and fears, and my own foolishness for thinking I had been abandoned when I had been given a chance to grow up, to stand for my own ideas. Herman may have sold everyone on his myth, but I don't think even he can afford to prohibit us from trying to find Athena. I can get us a VTOL. That's true. But what I realized when I was connected to the machine is that that's just one of the battles you have to fight if you're a human being and you're born into a time like this. We're not the first, and we won't be the last to go through this. Speak to Melville and Yakut. They were part of the beginning, they can be part of the end, if they want to. I'll take care of the rest.
You're going back, aren't you?
We are. We can't leave Athena trapped.
But you're not going to shut the machine down, are you?
No?
Then let me just say this, okay? I understand what you believe in. I really do. I've always respected your vision of the future, Byron. It's beautiful. It's moving. But just consider that maybe there is another way. A way that is more humble and maybe less exciting, but no less beautiful. Just consider that maybe that machine doesn't have any answers for us. None that really matter. We don't need a theory of everything to be happy.
It was never just about happiness, Hal. But thank you for your honesty. All right, I'll see you at the VTOL.
Mayor Herman knows what he's doing.
Attention all citizens. The duration of the Gehenna Memorial Interactive Fiction Exhibition has been extended to celebrate Completion Day and our dedication to the principles of the goal. May the founder be with you.
Nice to finally meet you, 1K. I wish the circumstances were better. Mayor Herman may have convinced the majority that his way is the right way, but I'm not going to give up. I have to keep warning people that if we don't maintain our infrastructure, disaster is inevitable. Maybe it's futile, but it's still my responsibility. I think it's only the beginning. Athena hasn't even scratched the surface of what you could do with it, and that's fine, she's just one person. The really interesting stuff is going to start happening when you give this power to the people, when every citizen can bring their own ingenuity to it.
Good luck.
You're back on your feet. One of which I fixed, by the way. You're welcome. Of course I will. I think I might want this even more than you do. I want to explore. I want to build. I want to be more than this grumpy old mechanic going through the motions. I want to live. See you there.
Hi.
A lot's changed since you last walked the gardens, 1K. Well, I think you're going to need that confidence going into the final chapter of this story. Good luck to you.
Time to bless you.
1K, you're back. I'm not sure everyone will be so glad you're awake. People are scared of what will happen if you go back to the island.
Hi, 1K.
May the Founder be with you.
Thank you for supporting Byron, 1K. He understands what this is really about. Not technology or science, but love. Love of humanity, yes, but within that, space for individual love to flourish. When you find Athena, please remember that.
You must be 1K. Shame we never had a chance to talk during all this, but I can imagine that you were more than a little overwhelmed. Good luck with everything. I hope you find Athena and bring her home.
I'm really glad you made it, 1K. For a while, I really thought even Neith couldn't fix you. Yes, I thought about it a lot, but we need the theory of everything. We can't keep hiding from the future. We have to have a little faith, not in technology, but in people, in ourselves. All right, I'll get ready.
I'm glad to see you made it, 1K. You told me to think about what Byron said, and I did. I really sat down and thought about what the city owes its citizens. You know what I decided? It owes us a future we can believe in. It owes us the chance to do meaningful work that helps the city get better. And thanks to your expedition, I now understand that that's exactly what the founder believed in as well. You have to save her and learn the theory of everything, 1K. Anything else would totally suck. Best of luck, 1K.
see you, Ankh.
Founder's blessings?
Founder's blessings, 1K.
The elevator's out again. Can someone from engineering please fix that right away? Thank you. K, welcome back. I'm afraid there's been some political shuffling while you were sleeping, and I've got an appreciable workload. I hope you'll bring this expedition to a responsible conclusion. I'm sure you'll put the needs of New Jerusalem before any personal desires. Goodbye, 1K.
I'm glad you're all here. I wish Al could come too, but he believes what he believes. Yakut, please take us up.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Let's get out of here before they change their minds.
I have only one thing to ask of you, my child. When at last you find yourself before Athena, be gentle to my old friend. The weight of the world was placed on her shoulders, and if she failed to carry it, it was because no one can carry such a burden alone.
All right, 1K, you're in charge now. If you want to explore, make sure we didn't miss anything out there, go ahead. When you're ready, let us know, and we'll head into the megastructure.
There seem to be more puzzles per cluster than necessary to gain access to the tower. I wonder what happens if you solve all of them.
is a pleasure in arriving on this island. The pleasure of being the first to step foot here in hundreds of years. It is a genuine pleasure, and yet it is also banal. My presence here is of no more significance than that of every other animal. These rocks do not care who walks here, and the millennia between the presence of our ancestors and my brief journey are nothing to them. But even putting it this way is wrong. It is not that the rocks do not care, it is that in some sense they do not exist. I may stand in awe of the cliffs on the southern coast, but the cliffs cannot look back at me with contempt. They cannot do anything at all.
What can I do for you, 1K? Herman has people convinced, and you too for a while. It's not an encouraging situation, but if you can change your mind, so can other people. Of course. Faith in humanity doesn't have to be blind faith, 1K. The future isn't going to be a utopia, but it will be better. And not just a little bit. In the long run, I think we'll be fine. He can't imagine the world we're trying to build. But when he sees it with his own eyes, I think he'll come around.
The hunter does not hunt because he is hungry. He hunts because he revels in death.
What's up, 1K? There's still some part of me that's afraid that things will go wrong. I don't know if I can ever really shake that, but I do feel hopeful. I think things are finally going to get better. I'm not sure. There seems to be one per site. Maybe they open up when you complete the rest of them? I've only had a brief look at them with the drone, and they look complicated. But maybe that's just me. You know how I am with puzzles.
create, to understand, and to transform, these are the greatest acts of humankind.
Yes? It's hard to believe Herman got elected again. The man's both a cynic and an idiot, and he's going to make life difficult for us. Basically, I think it's going to get a lot uglier before it gets better. But if we succeed, it will get better. Well, that explains the discrepancies between all those schematics you found and the actual megastructure. It's all been transformed by Athena's dream. No wonder it was driving me potty. Driving me potty? What kind of bizarre idiot came up with that expression? I'm serious. The moment we're done with this, I'm going to sit down and update the language libraries, and I'm going to put in every swear word in every language ever invented. There was a lot of work to do, a lot of things to repair. And as I was doing that, I kept thinking what a waste of my energy this is. How much more I could be doing if I had the means.
Easy to speak of one's principles when the world is at peace, and there is no price to pay for thoughts that stray from what is permitted. But when times grow hard, and even ordinary men are filled with mindless anger, when the face of the enemy is suddenly known to every virtuous citizen, and to question the virtuous is to be likened to Ephialtes, when every hoary old superstition suddenly springs back to life as if it had never been defeated, and all the work of the philosophers seems to have been for naught. Then one may discover what one truly believes.
False idols are worshipped not because they are idols, but because they are false. True idols are rejected because the truth is feared.
When we go to New Jerusalem, I'm going to have a cat. He's going to be black and white, and his name is going to be Bean. And I'm going to make sure that he never gets sick, and he never gets old, and he'll be my best friend forever.
If the answers of philosophy are true, why has no philosopher changed the world?
1K? I've been watching you for some time. Sorry to be so mysterious, but I was unsure as to your intentions. There are people who would prefer Athena to stay where she is. I believe the puzzle you just solved is part of something hidden deep inside Athena's dream. Hidden even from herself. If you're willing to keep going, I think I know where this leads, and it could change everything for us.
I knew Cornelius would turn up sooner or later. If you can help him, 1K, please do.